Hey guys, Brian here from Thumper Fab. Today I'm going to walk you through the installation of a roof rack on a Ranger 1500. The installation is pretty straightforward. You'll start by laying all your pieces out. You got your main rails, your tie-down rails, and also your optional accessory rails. For your optional rails, you'll slide them underneath your tie-down rails and use the same mounting hardware that you'd use with or without the optional mounting rail. When installing your optional tie-down rails, you'll go the bolt through the main tie-down rail, through your optional tie-down rail, into the main rail. Using a nylon lock nut on the underside to tighten everything up. If you're not using the optional tie-down rail, you'll through bolt through your main tie-down rail into the main rail, using a nylon lock nut on the underside, fasten everything tight. With your parts all laid out, when you're starting to go to fasten your parts together, you'll want to keep everything loose, not tighten anything until all the bolts are started. If your main tie-down rail started, you can come to the front, insert your fastener through the front rail, and then through your main rail, using a nylon lock nut on the back side to tighten it up. With all your hardware loosely started, you can go ahead and tighten all the hardware evenly in preparation to install it on the unit. On our Thumper Fab Roof Rack, we have the option to mount a light bar up front. We can either do a KC light bar or a 40-inch light bar, which will come with brackets and hardware to mount the light to the rack. With your light bar pre-installed, you can see here our light bar brackets for the KC light. We also have brackets for a 40-inch light bar. You'll want to go ahead and install the light bar on the rack before installing it on the unit. Once you have everything fully tightened, you have 4 mounting spots on each side for a crew. You'll have factory holes in the roof. You'll use fasteners to mount the rack down to the unit. With your factory bolts removed and your roof rack set in place, you can go ahead and begin fastening the roof rack to the top of the unit. There are 4 bolts on each side. You'll use a 14mm to snug them up slightly. Don't tighten them until all of them have been started and snugged up. With all your bolts started, you can go ahead and tighten everything down. With all your mounting bolts tight, you can go ahead and wire up your light bar if you chose it as an option. You're ready to hit the trails.